So let's start with the dictionary. Let's say, for example, I have a list. And I say this is Chinmay, Deshpande, and then one number, two numbers, let's say. So I can understand that this is the first name, this is last name, this may be roll number or age, or this may be roll number or age. Or you are also not sure which one is the first name and which is the last name. So this data type is not that descriptive, right? So you should be able to write a data type which is more descriptive than this, right? And that is dictionary. Okay. So let's say, for example, when I talk about dictionary, same information I can represent in good form, right? So when you basically writing dictionary, it should be a curly braces. And now you basically have the key also. So dictionary stores the value in the form of key value format. So let's say for the dictionary, I have the first name. Here I have first name, and first name is Chinmay. Then I have last name. Last name is Deshpande. Then let's say I have roll number. Roll number value is, let's say, 77. And then I have age. And age is 55. So now it is very clear, right? Now here, now this is very clear that the value of the first name is A Chinmay, last name is Deshpande, roll number is 77, and age is 55. So instead of this, I mean this is more useful, right? Because I'm not confused now which one is age and which one is roll number, right? Because I know the roll number value is 77 and the age value is 55. So basically this dictionary stores the value in key value format of
That's
format.
is
Okay, property value, or you can say key value format. So if you print names to, so if you come and print names to, if you say, if you right click and run this, it will print as it is. If you see the type of it, it will belong to the class dictionary. So if you say names, say of type of names to, save, right click and run, it will be dictionary. It will belong to class dictionary. Now we'll see the operations with the dictionary. So let's say, for example, I will define another dictionary. So you can define dictionary with constructor also. You can say dict. You have to pass another dictionary to it. You will say, let's say, I pass color as blue, color as blue, and type as hidden, and model number as Q4. Model as Q4. 1, 2. So I have defined another dictionary with the constructor. So you say vehicle. If you print it, you will see the another dictionary. Similarly, we are defining it the same dictionary with the constructor only. Again, this dictionary will be having three values and properties. Three properties and three values. Let's say if I run, let's save this and right click and run this, I will be getting the same dictionary. If I basically see the type of it, let's say print type and vehicle, I will get the same values. And this belong to class dictionary. Now let's say this is program 3. I define another dictionary. Hmm, hmm. Value is string, so I will say Chinmay. And then I say Deshpande. Age I say 30. Skills skills I say it's a list. Skill value is the list. Now what I have to do, let's say save this. Let me save this and let me print this also. You save and you run this. Again a dictionary will get printed. Now let's start the four basic operations with the dictionary. Let's say first operation is how to retrieve the value. Then how to update the value. Then add another key value to dictionary, and delete property. Delete any property. The key value from dictionary. So let's say if you want to add the value, right? So if you want to add the value, let's say for example, so if you right click and run this, so if you want to retrieve the value, let's say how you will retrieve the value. Let's say if you want to print the value of the first property fn, so you will say f info single quote fn. So it will retrieve with the value. So info square brackets fn will retrieve with this value, which is Chinmay. If I store it into a variable, let's say q1, and I print q1, it will be Chinmay. This is one way of retrieving the value with square brackets. See, Chinmay. Let's say if I want to retrieve the age, then I will say info square brackets bracket rotation, and if I say q2, I will retrieve the value of property age, which will be this. Let's say print q2. Save, right click, and then this is 30. The another way to retrieve the value is basically there is a method called as get method. Okay. So if you say get method, So if you say info dot get, and let's say you need to pass get value. So let's say I pass skills. So it will return me the list. So likewise, I can also retrieve the value using the get method. There is a difference which I will tell later between these two approaches. But yeah, info.get skills will also retrieve me the value of the skill property. So if I store it into a variable, let's say Q3, and I print Q3, I just print Q3 and right click and run. So again, you will retrieve the value. So this is the way how you can retrieve the value from a dictionary. Now let's move ahead. Let's say how can you update a value? So for updating a value, if you want to check with the dictionary, so I will just bring this dictionary down just for the reference. So this is dictionary and I want to update the value for the first name. So you can update the value like this: info square bracket fn equal to new value. Let's say I'm doing it Tanmay. So now the value for the first name is basically updated. Now what is the value of the first name? Now it is Tanmay. So if you printed the dictionary again, you will see there is update in the value. So if I say print info, I save this, and if I run this, see the value of first name is updated to Chinmay. This is the worst way to basically update the value. Another way of updating the value will be the update method. So to this update method, there is a method called as update. You can pass multiple values. Let's say this is update method. Now you can here pass one key or more key which you want to update. If the property exists, it will update the same property value. If property does not exist, it will add a certain property with the value. Let's say for example, this dictionary does not have any key as city and Pune, value as Pune. So if I try to update it, so I can update it like this also, city equal to Pune. Now this property was not there, so it will be added. Let's say I am updating another property. Let's say I am saying age equal to 45. So this property already exists there, so it will basically update it to 45. In this way also you can update the dictionary. This was the first thing where you can basically update the value using the bracket notation. Now this is the method where you basically can pass multiple key value to update. If I print it, if I print info, if I right click and save this, you will see a city Pune is added as well as the value of age is updated to 45. So this is what operation? Updating the value operation for for dictionary. Let's move to our third operation, which is adding another value. Now adding another value we already seen, right? You can update the value or you can add any value to dictionary like this also. So you say info, whatever the value you want to add. Let's say I want to add language equal to Hindi. I will say language and the value of it to be Hindi. And now if you print info, right click and run, see the language Hindi is added. Okay, this is the first way you can basically update a value or add a value. The another way would be same using the update method where you can basically again update. So here you can update any more what you say more properties to it. Let's say this time I will update with country and here it is India. If you print it, if I print info, right click and run this, so country will be added, country and the value India will be added. This is the way you can basically add another key value to dictionary. And let's say now you want to delete certain values from a dictionary. So I'll bring back the dictionary again downwards. Now if you want to delete something from a dictionary, then there is a remove method. If you just info dot you say, so you see there's a pop method. So you need to pass not remove method, it's a pop method. So you need to pass the key value. So let's say I pass the key as fn. So it will delete fn along with its value. So now if you print a dictionary again, now if you print dictionary again, you right click and run this. You will see the first name value is gone. First name property along with it, its value is not there, right? So this way you can delete the element. Let me again quickly check. Is there any remove method? No, there is no remove method. Okay. So pop atom is there. Now this will remove any key by default. So it will not remove any specific key value because dictionary does not source the value by index. It will pick any one of the property value and it will delete it. So if I print it again, so you will see one more property gets deleted, but you are not sure of which one is. So this was your latest dictionary status here. And if you pop atom, any one of this will be removed because this dictionaries after Python 3.7 are ordered. Ordered means they are at specific thing. If you right click and run this, see it has deleted the skills, right? So last item is deleted mostly. Okay. If you want to see the documentation of it, you can just simply hover over it, right? And you can see the complete documentation. So, and you can read basically what this method exactly do. You can also move to the documentation page. You can also check it from there. So this is the documentation page for various methods. Okay. So here this pop atom basically removes the last element. Why last element? Because of the Python 3.7, the Python dictionaries or ordered dictionaries means they are not storing the value by index, but this is at this position, this is at second position, this is at third, and this is fourth. So you're gonna retrieve the value by index, but they are ordered. So pop atom will always remove the last key value. If I save this and run this, you can see the last key value is, that is skills along with the list is deleted. So this the way you can delete the value. If you want to delete the dictionary, delete and you can say info. So now the complete dictionary will be deleted. So if you try to fetch it again, it will say no dictionary available. You right click and run. See, you will get the error. Info is not defined because you have deleted the complete dictionary. Is it deleting the complete dictionary? Now let's see more operations with the dictionary. Let's say program for,
I have question.
yeah, go ahead.
So we cannot update or add multiple items. For
Yeah,
example, you said
yeah,
language. You only said Hindi.
yeah.
We can add English, different languages, or
For a particular thing, then if you want to add multiple languages, then instead of this, right, single value, you
yes,
need to pass,
we can do that. Okay,
we
list.
can list, no? If you multiple
Okay,
values more than list, go for list, right? Right, now here, for multiple values, you can go with list, right? Right click
hmm,
and run this.
and same for the pop or delete, like not delete, a pop value.
So pop, you will pass the key, na? You just will pass the key. It will delete the value, right? So if you pass skills, it will delete both the values, right?
Okay.
Key can be
Okay.
one only, right? It cannot be multiple.
Or we cannot do like first name, last name together.
Okay,
Pop.
delete.
No.
No, no. It will pass.
No.
You need to
Okay.
pass. You need to pass one value only. If you hover over it, see, it says key. It's one key only, right?
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Remove any specified key. Okay. So let's say,
Thank you.
uh, if you say info, and I'm saying full name, and the value to be Chinmay Deshpande, age, and roll number. Right click and then so you'll see this dictionary. Do dictionary allow duplicate value? Let's say, for example, I say again one more age and I say 88. Dictionary does not allow duplicate values. So whatever you write at the last will be considered as the updated value. So this dictionary is only having one value of the age, not the multiple values. The first value is seen as updated value at the last, right? So I am only having one age, not the multiple ages here. Yeah. So yeah, so does not allow the duplicate values. Now how to loop over a list, right? So looping over list. Sorry, not list. It's a dictionary. So how you loop over a dictionary? Let's start. So you can simply write like this. So if you can check whether a particular key exists in a dictionary, that can also be done. Okay, so I come here, I'll say a particular key in dictionary. If you have to check like this, you can also check a particular element exists in a dictionary or not. So how will you check it? You will say info, single quote. In info, single quote, you will say, oh no, not like this. You'll say key name, age in dictionary. And what is the dictionary name? I say info. So if age is there, age property is there, this in operator will return me the one boolean value. So if we can store it here, and if you can save, and if you right click and run this, you will say this is as true because there is a key. Now this is a case sensitive language. So basically, if you say capital A and right click and then run, then it will show you the false because it does not exist, right? So this way you can find out whether a particular element exists in a list or not. Now let's try to see another operations. Let's say looping over the list, right? If I want to print all the key or all the values, right? Then how can I do it? I can do it like this. I can say info dot. So for key in dictionary info print key. So if I do it like this, print key. So it will give me all the keys. See, I am retrieving all the full name, age, roll number, and you can see all the keys. Full name, age, roll number. Okay. Now if I want to print the value, so I will say info of key. So info of key will give me all the values. Let's say for the first time when I run this loop for the first time, the value of key is full name and the value of info of key is like info full name will be whatever the value I have given here. So value of info full name will be Chinmay. This loop runs for the second time. The value of key is age and info of age will be 23. Okay, so if you right click and run, all the key values will be printed. Okay, so this way you can basically loop over a dictionary. Dictionary. There are other ways also looping for looping over the dictionary. There are methods in the dictionary. Yeah. So let's go to the all the methods one by one. Now let's start with the methods. So already covered few methods, but I will repeat it again. Methods. So let me quickly define a good dictionary. So let's say animal. I will say name, tiger, say color, orange. Let's say age, 34. Let's say this is one dictionary. I will basically try to cover all the methods. Let's say we'll start with. So let's see. These many methods are there: update, pop, get, pop atom, clear, copy from keys items, keys, set default, and values. So we already covered few methods. Let's say we have covered the get method, right? This is to help to retrieve the value. If I say name, it will retrieve me the value if I can store it in Q1. Basically, the name value will be retrieved. So if I print Q1, you can clearly see it will return me the value of the name key, which is tiger. There is another method then, which is clear. So if I say animal dot clear, so it will clear out the. Now this method, clear methods, will clear out the all key values from a dictionary. It will not delete the dictionary. It will simply clear out the values. So if I say clear, and if you print the dictionary again, dictionary will be blank. If I print animal again, if I right click and run this, you will see the blank dictionary. So dictionary is blank. So I can just now for now I will basically to say comment it out. There's another method of copy which we have seen in all the other collections also. Now what is the purpose of this copy method? It will basically create another copy. So if you say animals dot copy and animal 2, another copy will be created for the same dictionary, but both the memories will be separated. So if I basically add something here for animal 2, if I add city, so city will be added to animal 2 only. Let's say Tadoba, this and tiger is found in Tadoba, let's say. So now this animal 2 is only having this property. So if you print both dictionary again, animal and animal 2, you will see that in second dictionary only. Sorry. So second dictionary only will have city Tadoba. So this is the copy method. Let's say animal dot. What are the other methods? Let's say pop. We have already seen pop. If you want to delete any particular property, you can say age. So it will delete the age property. If you want to delete the last property, then pop atom is the method which will basically delete the last element. So animals 2 dot pop atom. If you right click and run age and if you print a dictionary again, you can simply see age and the last element is gone. See, age and the last element which was city out of were gone. This is basically the pop and pop atom method. Let let's just bring this dictionary for our reference at the below, and let's explore more methods. So if you say animals dot, so copy done, pop done, get done, clear done, update we already seen, right? If I want to update any more keys to it, I will use the update method. So update, let's say I am passing city again, city, and I am passing Tadoba. Now if I print the animal again, you can clearly see this is updated. So okay. So key value it required, right? So not comma, it should be colon. Now if you run this, yeah, see how city Tadoba is added. So this way you can use the update method. So this was update method. Let's see more animal, more methods. Animals dot. So update also done, right? Pop item done from keys. Set default values. Okay. So for looping, there are multiple more methods. Let's say, for example, this is our dictionary. If I want to loop it in a conventional way, so I will say let key in what you say animal and print key. So it will give me all keys. And if I say animal of key, then it will give me the values. Animal, animal of key, animal of key. So it will give me the values. So if I right click and run this, I will be getting all the keys and the values. There are more three methods for this. Let's say for example, if I want to retrieve only key, so key in animals dot keys is the method. So this keys methods will only return the key. So here you can say key or prop both. What will do? Any variable name will do basically, and it will return you only the keys. So if I say print prop, I'll be getting name, age, color, or if I added something city will be also appearing there. So I will getting all the keys. See, name, color, age, city. If I want all the values, the method is dot values. So here, if you say value and if you change this method from keys to what do you say dot values, so I'll be getting, so here I will be getting all the values. So if you just copy and paste this and run this, you will be getting all the values. Now see, you get the all values. But now if you want to print both values as well as property as well as values, then the method is different. So let's say I got the key and I got the value in. So you need to call which method? Then you need to call atoms method. So animal dot atoms. Animal dot atom method will basically return me one tuple. And the first I am basically unpacking the tuple. So first value of the tuple is key and second value is the value for that particular key. So if you print k comma v and right click and run this, then you will see all the key values are getting printed. So key value, and key value getting printed. Is this fine? So right click and run. So all the key values are getting printed here. So this keys method will return you keys, value will return you values, and atoms will return you atoms. Now two methods are remaining, out of which one we need to call on class level. So dict from keys. So I'm directly creating dictionary from one method. The method name is from keys. So what you can do, you can simply pass two value to it. So let's say for example, I want to create a dictionary with keys, like say what can be my key. So I can say key 1, key 2. So you can pass all the keys in one dictionary, or you can say set. So let's say I want to create a dictionary with just let quickly.
With name and passwords.
Mm, yeah, but values can be set to default only. I'm passing what, because I think we need to pass the list to it, right? So I want to create a dictionary with let's say these keys prop, then prop 2, then you say prop 3. So multiple keys. So now, and you can set the default value. Let's say I've set the default value as 1, 2, 3 for all this. So now you need to understand this will create a dictionary. It's a keyword because you are calling it on class level from keys, and the keys will be prop 2 and prop 3, let's say, and the default value for all this will be the default values for all these three will be 1 to 3. So if I store it in a variable, let's say I store it in a variable, let's say q6, and if I print it, if I print q6, if I right click and run this, see, three from these three properties are create three keys, properties or keys, whatever you want to say, are created, and the default value for all of these will be 1 to 3. Is this clear? Yeah. So this is
Yes.
from keys method, and the last method is set default. So this set default method works on the dictionary. Let's say I have a dictionary. Let me bring the dictionary quickly downwards. So this was which method? This was set def from keys method, right? From keys method. Now you have set default method here. So let's say animal dot set default. So if you want to retrieve the value, let's say if I just pass name, and if I store it in a variable, let's say q6 or q8, and if I print it, it will basically retrieve me the value. So if you print q8, you will quickly see the value there, value for the name, and it is tiger. But if there is no property available with the name, then I can basically, let's say for example, here I will say city. So it will first check whether this property is available or not. If the property is available, it will return that value. If property is not available, it will set the value with this default value, let's say Pune. Now what is happening here? It will first check for the city. If the city is not available, it will basically add city along with this default value Pune. So now if you print the dictionary again, which is Q a animal, you will see a value added with the default value of Pune. Clear? So this is set default. Yeah. Yeah. So we have covered all the methods of dictionary as well, and how basically this looping through a dictionary and basic functionality with the dictionary.
Yeah, I just have a quick question regarding the set default. Doesn't set default work as more of an update then because the value is getting updated? Anyways, if we use like
No, there's a difference, right? So you are not passing multiple values, right? You are passing only one value. To update, you can pass multiple values. Second thing, when you basically will go with the projects, right? This method, now what you say that the values you set is not the permanent value. By default, you are setting this. Like I will go with the functions and then it will be more clear, right? Okay, same thing. So when you say basically this is the property and the value, this is not the permanent value. You are just adding one value to it. which is a default value, not. So if let's say I have 1,000 employees, right? And for 1,000 employees, I'm reading the value from the Excel, right? And few people have cities and few people does not have cities. So by default, I will be adding Pune to the people who does not have city, right? That does not mean that I am changing the values for the other. So there is a difference. Okay. Once you
Okay, yeah,
start
if
with
it's when it's multiple, then when it's come more
yeah,
handy than just being a
yeah,
single specific.
yeah, single specific, right?